Hello and welcome back. How are you doing? Another year, another episode, and first of all, if you're looking at this video, please consider to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and please leave a comment at the end of this video what you think about of the video, and that's it. Let's go and jump into the video. Always since I can remember, I was kind of a person that was always depressed in the wintertime. And how I learned or to come over my depression, I would say, or how I treat myself to not get depressed in this gray and dark winter times, is that I'm at the end of the year, when it starts to get dark and grey and nasty outside, I am not trying to just do plans for the next year, how I can become a better person or increase my work or whatever. I try to make a recap on what I have achieved the year, because it's very easy to forget what you have done over the year or achieved over the year, since, especially in my case, I'm doing so many things like doing music, doing 3D art, now doing vlogging and filmmaking, or trying to get into the filmmaking thing, and photography and art, and so on and so on. I kind of lose the overview of what I have achieved, if it's personal or in my hobbies or in my work. So I go and sit down, take my time and write down everything what I have achieved, what really gives me, how should I say, a better understanding of what I have achieved, and not just kind of drown into my depression. So you already feel it's a weird topic here, what I'm starting with, but I think it's important to talk about that, because since I'm sure that I'm not the only person out there that has depressions or is depressive, if that's the right term. I think it's important that we can talk about it and not hide the fact that it is like that, and I'm trying to maybe give you, how should I say, I wouldn't say help, but maybe an option how you can treat yourself. And that's the first thing that I'm doing, like trying to reflect and see and visualize, re-visualize, if you can say so, what I have done and what I have achieved, that I'm not I should say a bad person, or have not achieved anything, because that's often things I'm getting depressed of, is that I'm standing there and think I'm worthless, or I have not been able to create what I would have liked to create, and so on and so on. But that's how I treat myself. I try to really think about and write down what I have done, and the good things, but also the bad things, of course, to also get an understanding of what I can do better in the future. And I would not say that you should just do that once a year. You should do it actually over the whole year, kind of trying to get a better person, and reflect yourself, or try to reflect yourself and think about what have you done, and that you're not you're not a bad person. You're worth something, and that's something you should go and feel and really understand, that first of all, you're not the only one out there. There are other people like you, like me, for example. So yeah, that's what I just want to say now at the beginning of this video. The rest has not to do that much about depression, but it's actually a topic that, yeah, like I said, is important for me. That's the reason why I said it. But yeah, let's jump into, how should I say, the update of the last 2 weeks. So first of all, I actually wanted to do this video, I think on the 1st of January. Now we have the 6th of January, and the reason for that is that I got a visitor here in Sweden. It was my father. He came and visited me now for the past 5 days, and he left yesterday. And so in that time I did not do any vlogging. I didn't do anything, actually, to be honest. I tried to kind of, yeah, just be there with my father, with the family, kind of do this family business, the family duty, and just enjoy having him around me, and yeah, to spend time together with him, because I think that's very important. If especially like in my case, all my family is like spread out over the world. My brother lives in Canada, my mother lives in the south of Europe, my father lives in Germany, my uncle lives in also in Germany, but in Berlin, and yeah, and so on and so on. So yeah, I think it's important that when we get together that we use time, and that's what I've done. And what I've also done before my father came was I was rethinking, or not, well, I wouldn't say rethinking, I was thinking about how to increase my quality in work, and if it is filmmaking, 3D art, and regular work, and also here, for example, vlogging, talking in front of the camera, to the camera, or with you guys, because I mean, here in my room it's the camera and not you guys. To get better in that, and also to get better with my language, because I have a big lack of language, how should I say, skills or grammatic problems when it comes up to English. I mean, it has got better, and also my Swedish, because I mean, I'm grown up with Swedish since I was a small child, but the main problem is I was not in a Swedish school. I was not really taught, and I didn't grow up in Sweden. So I grew up in Germany, and of course, yeah, my German is far better than my Swedish. And I mean, my Swedish got better the last 2 years, definitely, since I'm in Sweden. But I want to. I always run into a situation where I'm kind of lost in finding the right words. So that's something that I've tried to tackle now the last few days, is, yeah, trying to start to read books. Actually, I'm very bad in reading books. I'm more this YouTube guy, or listening to podcasts and stuff like that. But that, I mean, listening to someone else talking is always good, but at the end you have to go and talk, and I think that's the way how you get better in whatever you're doing. And so that's one thing that I've done. Worked on my Swedish skills, but also on my English skills. Then, and the other thing that I've done is I've worked on, of course, on my filmmaking skills. And since I have this one short movie project that I'm pushing more and more against to get it done, kind of, before I can do that, I still needed to learn softwares and knowledge about the softwares that I'm using there, because it's some things that I have never done. There's this example. So in this case, I'm tried to do, or the lazy way of creating a muzzle flash and a bullet flying out of a gun, because yeah, I cannot use real guns obviously, and that's also not what I want to do. I want to do it in post, and therefore I had to go and learn After Effects, because how I've done this lazy solution, it was purely in Premiere. I mean, I rendered out or modeled the bullet in Blender, in a 3D software, and then I just kind of, yeah, added it into my original footage in Premiere Pro, what did not give me the result that I would have loved to have, but at least I tried it, and I was not happy with the results, so I had to go in and dive in deeper into how to really make it great and good looking. Therefore, yeah, After Effects. So that was one thing I was kind of teaching myself now nearly daily, how to do stuff like that, and VFX and whatever. Then another thing is I was working on a small, quick animation movie. It's not a movie, or it's more like a small, quick reel where I tried to implement myself into a 3D environment with a green screen technique and stuff like that. And I started to build a futuristic city, I would say, with camera flying through the city, and then maybe meeting me as a person. I have not filmed myself yet in front of the green screen, because I'm not sure how I want to, how should I say, where I want to place myself in the scene. I have a rough idea, but it's still not there. So that's also one thing I've done. So I've worked a lot on a 3D environment, if I can say so. Then next thing, music. Since some of my people for sure know that I'm also doing music, but I have to be honest with you, I lost my, I wouldn't say interest, but I didn't have the flow or the inspiration anymore since I came to Sweden. So when I arrived in Sweden, I 100% focused just on vlogging, filmmaking, and kind of, yeah, get better at that and try to focus on that. But now, the last few months, I kind of got back the flow. So I, yeah, started to produce music again, what I'm really happy about, and I'm getting very good results now. Thank God for that. And yeah, so there will also be the plan to make a music video this year in the summer. So I was also working on that. So you see, I'm really trying to be focused and get better at my craft. So that was kind of the main things that I was putting myself into again, and trying to get better and learn. And there's also another thing where I try to personally get better as a person, just take away the work and the craftsman skills and whatever, is that me as a person, not just with the language, but also mentally and physically, I want to get better. And physically, there is a thing. I'm not sure, but maybe also some of you know that I, when I was around about 18 years of age, even earlier when I started doing fitness, I was 15 years of age, and I was really into it. I was like training 6 times a week, and I read all the books that you can read of Arnold Schwarzenegger and whatever, and kind of went into the bodybuilding rabbit hole. And then when I was 18, I was a fitness trainer, a nutrition expert, I would call it, and a personal trainer, worked in fitness studios and stuff like that. But then I had a situation in my life where I I wouldn't say I got injured, but I had a problem with my kidneys because I was the amount of protein I consumed was too much, and so I stopped consuming proteins and BCAAs and amino and creatine and stuff like that. But at the same time, I also stopped the classic bodybuilding, and I lost, I would say, nearly 30 pounds of weight. What I think is sad now, if I look backwards, and I have this, like I already said, I have this short movie project where I want to play a role and I want to gain weight. So I started to train again in, I think, round about a month ago. I will also go and try to document it for you, how much I'm able to gain, because genetically it's not easy for me to gain weight, especially not fat. I can gain muscles but not fat. I'm a so-called hard gainer, if that's the right term. I'm not sure if that's still something right to, because I've heard sometimes that something like being a hard gainer is not true, but I'm not sure. At least I feel like that I'm a hard gainer. I can eat nearly whatever I want, and if I don't train, I will not gain a gram of fat. But if I train at the same time, I gain muscle, but kind of quickly, I would say. But at the same time, if I stop training, it disappears like this. So yeah, I have to go and train again. I will not going to a gym at the moment. I will train at home, do home fitness and stuff like that, and see how my body reacts to it. And I think it will work out. I just have to be disciplined. Is this right to say? Is this the right term? Well, I have to have discipline. But yeah, that's one of my plans now, and one of the things I've also done the last 2 weeks. And of course, I also done other stuff like being out with dogs, went out and made a lot of photography, and besides that I planned a lot with the house, because I think in round about 1.5 to 2 weeks, that's the plan. I'm not sure if I will be able to do that, but I want to drive up to the house and go start measure and create a 3D model, and with this 3D model I will go deep in and also show you guys how and what I've planned to do with the main building, besides the studio / workshop and the guest house. And I will also go and I want to create a sauna, I want to create what should we call it, a hot tub, a bit of a spa area, if you can call it like that. But I don't want to talk too much about that now, because you will see when I've built the 3D model, and then you can kind of see what I'm talking about, because now it's just talking and you have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, but that's actually it for this little video. I hope you're having a good time and you could take something out of this video. If so, please go and hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. That would definitely help me out to keep on going with that stuff. And yeah, by the way, I'm working on my Patreon account and the Patreon site, where you guys can go and purchase pictures, photos that I've made. I will also create a photo book of Sweden, of the Swedish nature, and also a calendar for 2024. But that's there's still some time to do that. But I just want to let you know what's going on. And my homepage is also nearly finished. There you can go and if you want just regular go and purchase, if you don't want to go over Patreon, you can go and purchase there some products that I'm working on at the moment. Still not 100% sure, because I have a lot of ideas. I'm just a person that just has too many ideas. But yeah, you will definitely find something there interesting, and yeah, it will definitely give me support, because I would love to have the possibility to create something and earn money out of that, instead of just doing a regular work, because that will definitely fulfill myself much more than just sitting in an office or doing regular office work. Yeah, so that said, go and hit the like button, go and subscribe, and thank you for watching if you're still there, and see you on the next episode. Bye.